You may have seen a video on the internet that shows the solar system moving like a comet with the planet spiraling around a comet head of the sun, going through time-space at almost exactly a 90-degree angle to our galaxy, or to our orbit of our solar system around the galaxy. Now, this is not really inaccurate, nor is it accurate. In fact, it's almost exactly half wrong and half right. The galactic plane and our solar system do not have an alignment, either through the axes or through the planes. And when we're doing this, it is really hard to understand this, but we have to find literally a universal reference point for what we are talking about when we talk about the tilt of the sun, Earth, stars, solar system, galaxy, etc. The Milky Way is tilted at 60.2 degrees in the sky relative to Earth's rotational axis, or north and south. So the Milky Way does not follow the signs of the zodiac. It would be a clump on it. Also, because we're in our galaxy called the Milky Way, you can see it no matter where you are. It's just brighter or less bright depending on what part of this galaxy you're looking at. The solar system's ecliptic plane is where we write our zodiac, and it's at an angle. More of the central Milky Way's bright region is in the southern hemisphere, and it is there continually. And yes, I've misspelled a bunch of stuff here. I'm not correcting it. I'm tired of doing takes. The Earth's north pole points at Polaris. That's a physical point in time-space. We're going to use that as a reference point for our planet. And that is tilted about 23 degrees off from the solar system's axis, or North Pole, which is in Draco, relative to the entire universe. These have numbers associated with, I'm not even going to try to explain them, but it shows 66 degrees by 0.33 or whatever. You can see these numbers. That's great. Whatever. The point is, the galactic North Pole angle pointing at the constellation Coma Berenices is around 62.6 degrees. Now, I just gave you the angle for the Earth, for our solar system, and for the galaxy, and they all point at different points, and they're given as an angle, but they're also in three-dimensional space, and they're also referencing XY coordinates, etc. Now, this makes it a little bit of a problem, but by having them point at an object in the sky and using those angles, we can actually figure out what the angle is. By working all of that out, we can find, with respect to the plane of the galaxy, our solar system is tilted at 63 degrees. It's not 45, which would be literally halfway between perfectly lined up and not perfectly lined up. Also, most of you may have seen that video and not realize that we're not pointed in a way that makes it to where the North Pole of the Earth or the North Pole of our solar system is the top of our comet-like solar system flying through time-space. So let's put this into a good perspective. Now, this is a mock-up. It's based on a drawing of where the stars are in our galaxy, but it's a good attempt. Here is our galaxy as is usually depicted on those "you are here" kind of, meme shirts where they try to say, hey, this is where you are. And traditionally, everybody puts the dot here, and that's pretty close to accurate. Now, we're like 2/5 the way out on one of these arms, and obviously this is an artist's representation. It may not be accurate at all, but that gives you an idea of relatively where we are from the center outward, and also the center from here down and from here out. But which way is our solar system angling? Now, I'm emphasizing how large our solar system is. If we drew the disk of our solar system out way too far, you would end up with this. As we zoom in here, enhance, our solar system is like this, and I drew it as a straight line, but it's more of a kind of an oval at an angle. The bottom of our solar system, we're going to call it that, and also kind of our South Pole area and everything below the equator is pointing more at that back there, but only a little bit, which means instead of us going at a nice flat angle that would be 90 degrees here, and not even this tilt, but we're tilted like this and tilted a little bit for the sun, I guess, our North Pole is pointed away from our galaxy. Because we're inside of the galaxy, doing this kind of figuring out is a little bit of a pain in the ass, as you can see from my video quality here. So you can take my word for it or go work it out for yourself, but it's based on what if you were to draw a line straight through the galaxy up and down, what star would it point at a far enough distance that it would be its North Pole reference? And for us, our galaxy this way, it's to the left and behind us slightly, and our South Pole is to the right and way out there for our solar system. And our Earth is tilted at some goofy angle that is stable, mostly. And in effect, all of this adds up to the same thing you see in the sky. And again, we're part of this. So again, our solar system is tilted at around 63 degrees relative to the galaxy, and our planet, Earth, is tilted at another X number of degrees relative to our solar system, and this makes it much more confusing to figure out. The only reason we know anything about this is then we have to use our galaxy as a reference point. Because we've used the Earth as a reference point, our Earth-centric and our solar system-centric way of viewing the universe, we've ended up biasing this to where we don't have a clear, simple answer. If we use the galaxy as our reference point for north, south, or zero, or just use the freaking Milky Way galaxy in the sky itself and use that as our angle reference, we would have a universal method for measuring things that is more practical within our galaxy, which, as far as we know, is probably going to make it to where it's valid and useful for, a couple of billion years. But no, we don't travel around the sun in some goofy spiral like they show. Although I will point out that one of the animations more accurately shows it because it shows, let's say, Jupiter at one point in the upper right-hand corner of our solar system, and then it's on the lower left part as it's rotating. So it does show the degree angles, but it doesn't emphasize it by showing the disk of our solar system accurately. Also, it doesn't help that most of those videos bring up some sort of philosophical yin-yang bullshit. That's not relevant, and I don't want to discuss it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck to that. Good luck with all that. And this is dedicated to Galactic North. Love you, man. Bye.